Did you guys see the whole? This is more of an American thing. The whole blue bubble versus green bubble. Like if you're an Android user going back and forth. Well, apparently they made this beepers iMessage app that emulates blue bubbles for us lowly Android users. And it's kind of funny, like in just to showcase how hilarious this. And now obviously I'm in my 40s and been married for 20 something years now. Um, I'm not in the dating scene, but I have seen some shorts where people are like, "Hey, if you don't have a blue bubble, they won't even consider dating you." And I'm like, "Well, you're probably better off, honestly, if they're that shallow." But that's how crazy the culture is around blue and green bubbles. And I'm like, "Wow, okay." Uh, yeah, I think most other places just use third-party apps instead of what's baked in. Most people don't do SMS messages, but here in States, we do. And iMessage is so big and it's like its own little subculture that most people have to have an iPhone because they want the blue bubble. And Beeper did actually emulate this for Android users, and then Apple started blocking and removing the app and purposely went out of its way so it wouldn't be interoperable. So it's really kind of crazy of how Apple's been able to do this. The Department of Justice antitrust is supposed to investigate further, but I'm pretty sure Apple's going to be able to buy them off. They usually do. I think big tech's above the law at this point in time. They pretty much own all our politicians. So I couldn't see this actually happening. They'll probably slap them with like $100 million fine or something, and Apple will gladly pay it and be done with this whole fiasco. But very interesting article. I'll link it down below or here. Let me send it in chat for you guys to check it out further. But the whole U.S. lawmakers going after Apple, blocking the beeper iMessage app. Yeah, most of them are just Apple users, anyways. It's still wild though. So, yeah, there you go. Apple, do better. Eventually, hopefully, everything uses like what is it? RCS, rich text. The Android model. We'll see what happens. I would love to get less than 5-bit pictures from Apple users, because when Apple users send me stuff, I'm like, I can't use that picture. It looks like it was shot on a flip phone from like 2002. So I hate this whole back and forth. I would honestly, if everybody just used something else, that would be even better. But alas, this is what we have today. RCS is a bad protocol, and all Android users don't have real RCS implementation. They only have the closed Google version, and only Google can run the servers. See? Yeah, there we go. It's not a solution either. Just this disappointing. I guess really the only thing you can do is just have everybody install some third-party app that's hopefully not terrible. But WhatsApp's just as bad, honestly. That's controlled by Facebook these days. So what's the solution? What's the best case here? You just use Signal? Well, there's that. But, yeah. Signal would probably be my solution. Yeah, and Apple did announce RCS support coming in this next year. They might have just done that to appease the lawmakers, but we'll see. It'll probably be a haphazard implementation as is.